Tonight, we hairy game lords have been playing this good cop, bad cop, bleh, zombies. Slightly beardy James here. So, good cop, bad cop, zombies. We played the original, and I'm going to say it right. Love this game. It's a great little party game. So fast. I play this down at my youth club, and it's really easy to get to the table. Brings people in. Loads of fun. You've got that kind of that thing of being able to shoot each other. Pew, pew. And there's that kind of lovely paranoia from social deduction games. And the whole idea of good cop, bad cop, and it's a theme that will not appeal to everybody, but the idea is you've got some corrupt cops and you've got some good cops, honest cops, I mean, and you don't know who's who. One of them's the agent, who's the leader of the good cops, and one of them's the kingpin, who's the leader of the bad cops. Nobody knows who anybody is apart from you know what your team is, because you've got some cards which are also kind of your lives, kind of. And so all the way through the game, you are revealing parts of your information about yourself. You are going to be able to look at other people's information. You're going to be able to grab equipment. You're going to be able to get guns, and it's going to become like a really kind of tense, fun. I mean, hopefully fun. Mexican standoff type thing of everyone pointing guns and who do you shoot? Who's on your team? And it's something that is great for I'd say probably 4 to 8 players. It says 3 to 8 in the blocks, but I don't know. It's a bit of a naff game to play for 3, in my opinion. Right. Anyway, this review is about the Zombies expansion, which is a mini expansion. Although for this game, it's quite a big expansion. It introduces zombies. So when you die in this game, if you're a normie, a normal person who's not an agent or a kingpin, then you become a zombie. And zombies are great because they just want to make more zombies. You can kind of aim just like everybody else, aim who you're going to bite in the next turn. And if it gets back round to you, then you can bite them. And you have to keep changing who you're aiming at, which is fun. I think that the zombies expansion to this game is great because it changes up the way it plays. So when we were playing just the normal version of the game, it becomes proper kind of like paranoid and tense, and everyone's really cagey about shooting people because the normal people just have one life, and there's player elimination in this game. And so, I mean, that doesn't matter too much because it's a short game, but you want to be careful with who you're shooting because you don't want to shoot your teammate or your boss. But in this game, if you die, then you become a zombie. And so there's no player elimination. And it changed the way we played. We became animals. We became chaotic. And instead of looking at who was who in our first game, we just grabbed guns and started shooting each other. And it did change the game up really interestingly. I personally prefer the tension and the paranoia of the original game, but I can totally see how this freshens things up.
Bearded lady here. Yes, we have. We seem to be big fans of Good Cop, Bad Cop. We've reviewed a number of the expansions, and what's really cool is the big box that is coming out. Awesome stuff. Get involved with this. You can therefore save all of those expansions in one big box, and there's like this cool neoprene mat thing going on here where you can place the guns, the wounded things, and the zombie hands, the equipment. So the zombie expansion brings more equipment into the mix, which is great, and some really cool stuff there to help in the fight against zombies, or helps in sort of like the zombies taking over. Brilliant. What I really liked about the game is this expansion is that yes, as what James was saying, this thing of actually it becomes like, let's just grab a gun and create some zombies. But in doing that, you are creating another team that has a different win condition. The zombies, all they have to do to win is to turn the kingpin or the secret agent into a zombie. So you have to bite a wounded special character to win as the zombie collective. Or if you're playing a smaller count game, maybe you're just the one zombie on your own. Good times. Also, what's really cool is as the zombie, you get these little cheat sheets. So you get that one there for as you are a cop. Then when you get turned, you turn it over. And this is really cool. The zombie gets on the go to draw an equipment card and then or bite, but then you get to change who you're going to bite. I love that. So as a cop, you've got the whole thing of, well, you can either draw an equipment card, but to do that you've got to reveal a little bit about yourself. Well, as a zombie, everyone knows you're dead. Whee! So you can just draw equipment, and that equipment can really help. Or actually, if it helps your opponents, you are getting it out of the pack so that they can't have it. Great. I really like this. Any game for me that takes away player elimination so that more people are in the game longer and it can get more frantic and fun is a good one for me. So definitely check this out. Get behind it. Get involved. Get involved with a big box as well. Good times.
Hi. Save the Grail. I am actually almost a zombie anyway because it's
Like a White
getting
Walker.
late. Anyway, good cop, bad cop. Really enjoy this game just as the base game. And it is player elimination, but games are only sort of 5 minutes or so anyway. So chances are, if you die, the game's probably nearly over. This, probably when you're playing, we played 4 several times. I'm guessing when you get to 8, player elimination, it does take longer to finish the game off. And this, no player elimination, is always good news. Playing as the zombies, always fun. Although, you're not guaranteed to stay a zombie forever because there are a couple of really cool cards, which I think, was it Martin got really upset with this one. It's a zombie mask. Turns out the guy that you thought was a zombie wasn't actually a zombie at all. He was just wearing a mask and he was still a copper. There are a few. I think there's a CPR in there as well that you can bring people back to life. And all of a sudden they're back in the game again. So yeah, you can stop people from being zombies, turn them back to your side. So always some interesting stuff in there. And just cool stuff like flamethrowers. Well, zombies are shot. Again, zombies don't die because they're zombies, obviously. But basically they stop aiming at anybody and have to turn their hands back to themselves. It takes them another turn before they can start eating your brains again. So it just... delaying tactics is where it's all about. Has to be said, I had a really good night tonight of good cop, bad cop, because I think I was just the winner all the way through. Other people joined the winning team.
You joined my team. I turned you.
James is claiming that I joined his team. I'm going for his team won because I joined it. 2 thumbs up from me.
So, my thoughts on Good Cop, Bad Cop Zombies, and I guess the whole big box. Right, I should underline this by the fact that I am absolutely useless at social deduction games. I love them, but I'm crap at them. It's just like I don't know. I'm either too trusting or not trusting enough, or I'm a bad liar and a bad poker face, etc. And I always happen to put my card in the wrong place, and James finds it first choice every time. It's like, for goodness sake. So I was Kingpin in both games we played this evening, and was found out as the Kingpin on my first turn. Or even before my first turn. And you're kind of a little bit, well, you have to play a different game at that point, and that's the bit where I'm honestly not very good at that kind of game. That doesn't take away from the fact that this is a hell of a lot of fun. The beauty with a game like this, it's so simple. So, you know, I've taken the original on holiday and played it with the friends I've gone on holiday with who aren't gamers, and they picked it up like that. As with all pull the pin games, when they go big with their games, they're little games, but when they really the sort of the way they build these games out, really lovely artwork in this big box, a bit like the Zorro version they did. really nice special sleeves. So you've got those as part of the option. We've already said the neoprene mat. They know how to sort of deluxify a game, and actually, when you're playing a game like this for fun with friends and things, being able to bring out that kind of deluxe components, it's always a bit nice, I think in terms of getting people involved in gaming, that deluxification is quite a nice thing sometimes, because it isn't just like, otherwise this is a game which is just a set of cards, isn't it, realistically? But suddenly this game becomes something so much nicer than that. And when you're introducing new people to new games like this, when you've got the option to bring out these different coloured boxes from within the box and all that, it just makes it a little bit more magical. So if this would be a brilliant intro game for sort of new gamers. Really good family fun. I know it's sort of crooked cops killing people and zombies, but actually, you can still have a hell of a lot of fun with that. With probably, not too tiny children, but children who've got a bit. I'm carrying myself, digging myself down a rabbit hole here. But the point I'm making is deluxify it, get the big box, and go bite some people.
Tonight, we hairy game lords have been playing this zombies. Good cop, bad cop. I mean,
that was strong. That was really strong.
Let's script this part.